my lord. What is it? Joe Biden raspily howls without turning the chair or moving an inch. My lord, we have finally captured the ruffian known as Donald J. Trump, and we will soon start his trial. What are your orders for my ruling on his life? Your wokeness? Good. Biden says under his breath before breaking out into a tittering, almost screaming like laughter. His hands like claws as they appear from behind the chair, swivels around faster than you may imagine in the blink of an eye. Almost falling out of his seat forward, Joe Biden looks at the judge and says, "Kill him." Wait, someone sent me this and they said it was crazy. So wait, let's take a look really quick. Interviewing a ardent, crazy Donald Trump supporter. Now these never get old.
Tell me about the shirt you're wearing.
Pretty much speaks for itself.
Is that something you would really like to see happen?
Absolutely.
Even with that crucifix dangling over it, what would Jesus think of that?
Absolutely. He's not just a traitor now, he's been a traitor for decades. Everybody knows it.
I don't think Jesus Christ would want you to hang politicians you don't like. I don't think he just thinks that you should be hanging people you don't like. That's not true.
Jesus hang for Biden. Would Jesus be cool with it?
What's the penalty for treason? Death.
Tell me this then.
Put him in prison for the rest of his life.
Wait. She's reasonable, guys. She's coming up with compromises. If we don't want to hang him, at least put him in jail for life. Because he should be killed, right? So she's being nice. Come on. The left never makes compromises like this.
So what is it about Donald Trump, forgetting Joe Biden for a moment, that you like so much?
What did he do for this country? What did he do for the entire world?
Nothing.
World peace?
World peace. This is crazy. Donald Trump did the impossible. In 4 years of being in office, he made world peace. Maybe world piss. You're right. He is Diaper Don. World peace is crazy. Is she supposed to look like that? Bro, she's a QAnoner. Of course she looks like that. Q sucked her life force right out of her bones. Yeah, Myanmar, Mexico, the Donbass, Syria, Iran. Forgot about the whole, him completely dumping the Iran nuclear deal. Completely forgot about opening up hostilities in the Middle East again by moving the embassy to Jerusalem. Like this guy's gone insane. Like the idea that he made I don't know, maybe to you and you're like butt fuck nowhere place that you live in, maybe that you weren't having bombs dropped on you specifically, but he like ramped up the drone war like crazy. The idea that Trump brought in world peace is probably the most ignorant, America-centric, disrespectful thing I've heard for like the world stage type thing. Okay.
Lower gas prices, taxes, everything. Everything was phenomenal under Donald Trump.
The economy was growing slower. Gas prices were high in many instances as well. Economy wasn't growing as fast or at all in some instances. He lost more jobs than he added to the economy as well. And even that tax break that he did, it was also on the back of, in 2028, your taxes are actually going to go up. And you know the craziest thing about it? These people are so stupid that they're going to say that when their taxes go up in 2028, that it's going to be Democrats' fault, even if Democrats aren't in office, because it just doesn't matter to them.
Everything was.
Everything was.
Everything. Absolutely everything was. And now it's...
What is bad right now, specifically to you?
Everything's bad. Look at all the wars going on everywhere. Gas prices.
But do you blame President Biden for the wars that are going on?
Absolutely. And the Democrats and Obama. Obama calling the shots right now.
Don't you guys hate it when Joe Biden came into office and then had the Secret Service throw away the world peace button? Because every single day the first thing Donald Trump did was wake up and press the world peace button. And that made sure that the world always had peace. But then Joe Biden got rid of it. And now the world has been in pieces. And it's led to a lot of problems.
It ain't Biden. Biden's...
So it's Obama calling the shots?
I believe so. What did he say at the end of his second term or after his second term? He said if he could have a third term and have a bug in someone's ear and run it from his basement, that would be good enough for him. And
that's not something he said.
Because I hadn't heard that Obama's running the White House before. Is there sort of support for that you've heard?
Biden's not doing it.
But is there support for that you've heard?
He's incompetent. Biden is incompetent. I mean, he shits himself and when he goes to see the Pope and everywhere else.
He shits himself. She's mixing him up with Trump.
Where he's at most of the time or what he's doing.
But
he
again,
can't even find his way off a stage.
You mean when he tripped over at the military thing?
Many times. I mean, he's like,
Don't you hate it when your president is
None
like,
of this would be happening if they hadn't stolen the 2020 election from Trump and we the people. That's a fact. They stole the 2020 election, and none of these wars would be going on. There would still be world peace had they not stolen the election from us and Donald Trump in 2020.
You know what's something that I've been thinking about recently? Is that Donald Trump gaggers were like really on Donald Trump and saying that I remember back in the day, it's so interesting that people really like Donald Trump, but they were like more reasonable with like how he's done some bad things, done some good things, right? Even a lot of conservatives were like, yeah, he has some real problems. Or instead of blaming him specifically, they'll be like, as like a person or his policies, they'll be like, oh, it's his first time in office. You can't think that he's going to be perfect about everything. Or, oh, well, I mean, like he made some promises, but you can't always keep all of them. The Democrats really got in the way. Or, oh, you know, like the people who he had under him made all of those mistakes. It wasn't him. You know, they lied to him and they were all rhinos. And that's why everything was so bad. But the longer Donald Trump has been out of office, the more extreme the rhetoric has gotten based on what Donald Trump has done. I had never heard that Donald Trump has committed world peace until recently. And I feel like the whole reason for why that's the case is because Donald Trump has moved from a real human being and a president who actually exists and has a policy record to a literal myth. I think to these people, characters like Paul Bunyan and like George Washington and Jesus Christ and Santa Claus and Donald Trump are in the same category of like a mythical creature now, like a unicorn or like a jackrabbit. Just like he's like he's like a chupacabra, okay, where he's now like a mythical entity that you can ascribe many thoughts and beliefs and actions to be able to explain why something was here or not. So it was impossible to say that Donald Trump made world peace back in 2019 when he was still in office. But now, and even in 2019, 2018, 2020, nobody would say that Donald Trump made world peace. It'd be completely like incorrect, right? But now you can say he made world peace is because it's been so long now that it's just a part of the Donald Trump mythos. It's a part of his mythos. It's a part of his like, you know, discography as like a divine being, one for which they all pray to day and night, right? That's what I really think's going on here. Yeah, he's a part of like he's like Black Panther. He's like their Black Panther. He's a part of the Donald Trump he's a part of the Republican cinematic universe, to where he's just like a character that exists now, and that's just kind of it. Yeah, he's their Orange Panther. Yeah, I think the longer Donald Trump is out of office, the closer he becomes elevated in their mind to the status of a god. I'm so honest with you. I think the longer he's out of office, I think the longer he becomes like in the Republican god of the gaps, you know, like if there's a gap in something good and bad, but you want it to be good, you can just place Donald Trump in there and said he did it. He's just their he's a divine being to them. Isn't there an actual Donald Trump religion? Yeah, isn't that r/the Donald? Well, I guess it's not r/the Donald anymore because it got deleted after too many death threats. But
do you blame the Biden administration for both of the wars that are going on in the Middle East and in Ukraine?
Biden administration, the Democrats, the rhinos, yeah.
Even though it was Putin who went into Ukraine and it was Hamas that went into Israel.
He would have never done that if Trump was in
That's
office.
so true.
Like he
Donald
be.
Trump would have showed up in Putin's office, just appeared there right behind him, unzipped his pants, dropped his pants, dropped his diaper, dropped his underwear. He wears them in that order. It's pretty weird. And then takes his dick out, slams it down on Putin's desk, make it do a little dance, all right, and show him what for. He unrolls it like a goddamn roll of Hubba Bubba gum, and it lands right in Putin's lap, and then a little one of him pops out the tip, and he looks at Putin dead in the eyes and goes, "You won't invade anyone, bitch." And then Putin goes, "Gulp," and goes, "I'm sorry. I am very sorry, Mr. Trump. I will never invade anyone." And then he disappears just like that. And that's honestly how it would have went if Donald Trump was still in office. If you think about it. I knew he was their God the moment I saw an image of Jesus caressing his shoulders in the Oval Office. Oh yeah, that's true. Like if Jesus was his stand or something. Like like if Jesus was his wingman. Like Jesus is his sidekick in the Oval Office. This guy is like massaging his shoulders before he's ready to go out for another fight. I'm worried about the fate of humanity. Listen, here's the thing. There are always going to be crazy people. There always have been crazy people. There's always going to be something that crazy people want to stick onto. If it wasn't this person would be fucking, I don't know, like advocating for burning people at the stake or something, you know? There'd be something else this person would be getting into, like flat earth or like, I don't know, blowing her grandchildren's college money on crypto. There's just something. Yeah, maybe she would be collecting crystals, charging them in the moonlight, and shoving them up her ass before she goes to work. You know, something. She'd be onto something.
Okay. And then stolen election. What's the evidence of that you're pointing to?
Mountains of evidence. Are you serious right now?
That's everywhere.
Mountains of evidence. In some states, Biden or Trump was way ahead.
And then he lost. And then it went down, right?
Seconds in front of your eyes, all of a sudden, Biden's ahead.
And I'm like,
Donald
what?
Trump is behind by
how is that possible?
30,000 votes. I mean, it's like 30,000 votes were taken away from Trump and given
how could just 30,000, how could Trump just be losing by votes? He was just winning by votes, but now he's losing by votes? How does that happen? They counted more votes.
That not just be counting votes, mail-in ballots. Remember, that was the pandemic election.
Right. Yeah. The pandemic, you mean?
Hey, the pandemic. Yeah, and you tried to give us the Joe juice, the jokey pokey. No, you know what I'm talking about? Know what I mean? Hey, come on, you gotta use your brain here, buddy. Yeah, Biden just ratioed Trump. You ever think about how winning an election is just the ultimate form of a ratio? Yeah, it's the plandemic, the Joe juice, the jokey pokey, the clot shot, the Fauci ouchie. I mean, come on. This is the stuff that anybody should know. Some reporter.
What do you mean?
It was released intentionally. That's what I mean. They did it on purpose so they could use ballot stuffing and.
Oh, so COVID, they released COVID so they could stuff the ballots?
Yes, absolutely. It was a plandemic. Everyone knows that. It wasn't just a fluke, a bat got out of...
Don't say it. Oh.
It was planned. It was planned.
All right. Sure, yeah. Bat right out of hell. Bat straight out of Trump's pussy. You ever think about how like the plandemic happened under Trump and he had every possibility of doing something about it and then he just simply didn't? You ever think about that? Why do you need a pandemic to change ballots? Don't stop asking questions. You're so weird. Everybody knows why. Everybody knows why, you know? Maybe you don't know why, but everybody does. Of course.
Everyone responsible for it should be at the end of a
She
noose or in
loves
prison the
hanging
rest of their
people.
life, right along with Fauci
Why
and
do you
everyone
hang
else
people
that was
so much?
involved.
If you could have an option of 4 years of Donald Trump as a dictator or 4 years of Joe Biden as a president, what would you choose?
Donald Trump.
Even as a dictator?
He wouldn't be a dictator.
No, but I'm in this silly hypothesis.
Donald Trump. I'd still say Donald Trump. Absolutely. No, you know who
Joe
the dictator
Biden.
is right now? Biden.
So true.
Biden. And look at the shit that they're doing to Trump in
They're
court.
going to hang. They're going to hang him. They're going to kill him. If you think about it, they're like Joe Biden has been looking to kill Donald Trump for a long time. Kill, yeah. Donald Trump's judge appears before Joe Biden in a dimly lit, large, cavernous room with only a large throne-like chair swiveled back to a fire slowly flickering as the only light source in the room. The judge walks up sheepishly and kneels on one knee, looking up slowly at the back of the chair where he believes Biden's eyes may be, and he says, "My lord." "What is it?" Joe Biden raspily howls without turning the chair or moving an inch. "My lord, we have finally captured the ruffian known as Donald J. Trump, and we will soon start his trial. What are your orders for my ruling on his life? Your wokeness?" Good. Biden says under his breath, before breaking out into a tittering, almost screaming like laughter. His hands, like claws, as they appear from behind the chair, swivels around faster than you may imagine in the blink of an eye. Almost falling out of his seat forward, Joe Biden looks at the judge and says, "Kill him." And in that moment, the fire rages. It plumes from the fireplace, almost as an aura of evil around Joseph Biden. The judge, resigned to his fate, says, "And trans the children as well?" Biden nods slowly, not even needing to use his words to make his point known. The judge disappears. As you wish, your wokeness. Scene ends. Damn King, you should write a manga. I love this fan fiction. That's true. At the end, right before the scene completely changes back to Donald Trump living his life before he was raided by the FBI, Joe Biden asked for another glass of melanin to drink. He has to milk another black so he can have another round of melanin to drink. And when he's bored, he has them trans a child for his own entertainment. I thought you were reading an actual fan fiction that people wrote. Nah, I just made this shit up. Don't stop, keep going. I'm invested. This one, she's fat. Another glass of adrenochrome, Kamala. Yeah, he's like Marceline, only old, and he drinks black and not red.
They have no grounds for any of the stuff that they're taking him to court for. It's all bullshit to keep him from being able to run in 2024 for president. They're trying to give Donald Trump the death penalty for some bullshit charges.
Oh my gosh. I promise you I haven't watched this before. She's actually like they're trying to kill him. I didn't know that. I didn't know that she was actually thinking that they were trying to kill him. She genuinely believes that they're going to be killing him. They're gonna kill him. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. They should listen. I disagree with Biden on a lot of things. And some people may think that I'd be all for Biden killing Donald Trump. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think that he should kill Donald Trump. I don't think he should do it. Many people have many reasons for why they think this, but in my personal opinion, the reason for why I don't think they should kill Donald Trump is because allowing maybe if you kill him, the possibility of him opening up like a new front could be really in the war against anti-wokeness could be like a real problem. Okay, so like basically, like what if you like you give him his final words right before he's executed, and somebody in the crowd, as two men with giant spears stand directly next to him as he's knelt on the execution altar, and they say, "Donald J. Trump, what is the cure for wokeness?" And he says, "My cure for wokeness? If you want it, it's all yours. I left everything that can defeat the woke in one piece." And then they stab him. And in that moment, a new era of anti-wokeness will start at that very moment. And I feel like he could just cause a lot more trouble than it's worth. Honestly. So I think they should let him live. Why don't they let you write? Why don't they let you write history? Ooh. They should. They should. I think I should be given the keys. Can you imagine what I'd be able to get up to if they let me cook? Can you even imagine what I could do if they allowed me to cook? Honestly, it'd be remarkable. I'd actually change the course of humanity in an instant. I am the chosen. Somebody's got to do it. I found it. There's a book that claims Trump is the second coming of Christ. Well, okay, are they wrong? We let him cook and he ended world hunger.
It's crazy.
I haven't heard the death penalty to Donald Trump.
That's
actually,
secret.
I've only heard that possible prison time. Some of them just fines.
For what?
Bro, how can you?
Well, I mean,
you can't make that shit up and then go, well, for what? You can't change the subject like that. No, come on, no, come back here, and tell me why you think he was getting the death penalty. Come back here.
They're violations of laws in Florida and in Georgia and federal.
So why didn't they bring these charges up against him when they happened? If they're so bad.
I'm not in the Justice Department. I don't know.
Because they're scared to death of him, and they're trying to keep him from being able to run for president because they know they're going to lose. Unless, of course, they cheat again like they did in 2020.
Cheat. I hate when they do that.
I don't think they thought they cheated, but I think that
they know they cheated. Everyone knows they cheated. Everyone in there.
It takes time. Listen, we don't think about that. It doesn't take time. And a lot of the crimes that he's being committed of, like he's being like, it'd be really it's really hard to like put a president in court. It's actually super hard to put a president in court. So why not just wait until he's not president anymore, and then you can charge him, because it's way easier to charge a private citizen and not the president of the United States.
Dog knows they cheated and stole the 2020 election. It's clear as day.
But except 60 courts said they didn't. I don't have a horse in the race.
Dirty, because they're dirty.
But they were Republican courts and Democratic courts and all sorts of courts.
They're rhinos.
So unless they agree with Donald Trump, they're rhinos.
No, I'm not saying they have to agree with Donald Trump to be a rhino.
They don't have to be. Listen, they don't need to agree with Donald Trump to not be a rhino. Just everybody who disagrees with Donald Trump is totally a rhino. Like, come on. Everybody knows this.
Rhino. There's a lot of rhinos out there. And the Democrats stick together like glue.
Yeah. Democrats, well known for not arguing.
It's just, they're scared of him. They're scared of him, and they should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. She also seems like she's scared of, like, monsters under her bed, but yeah. Very interesting stuff. Come here. Come here. Oh. Hi. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.